Welcome to finals day of the Last Man Stands World Champs 2017 from beautiful Cape Town at Western Province Cricket Club. The first semi-final of the day is Rebels from South Africa versus JLB from Pakistan. I'm joined this morning by Bjorn Briggs. Morning, Bjorn.
Morning, Chris. Great day for cricket, slightly overcast, good conditions for bowling. Rebels won the toss there, Chris.
Elected to bowl first. Did you have a chance to look at the pitch while you were doing the toss?
Pitch is looking great, it's hard. There are a few cracks out there. It will play a small role. I think it's going to be a good track for batting on. The skipper mentioned a target of 160 they were looking to hit. I would say it's 170 is a pass score. If a batsman gets on, gets going, could get some really good momentum, and the ball will come through a lot quicker than we saw yesterday. But the final match, I think it will start breaking up the pitch, but overall a very good pitch that we've got here today.
Opening the bowling for the Rebels will be Craig Marshall. Facing the first ball, Mubasher Bhatti, who cruelly ran out in the quarter-final yesterday. Great start, 8 off 4. He'll be looking for a similar start this morning. His partner at the other end, Asad Bakari. Craig Marshall to bowl the first ball. Big LBW shout. Not up.
Coming around the wicket, difficult to get that one out. Have a look at the replay just now, but my guess is it's hitting him outside line from watching it live. Interesting coming around the wicket first up.
Just going to look to bowl straight. Not let the batsman free his arms. Wide ball down the leg side.
Good stop by Bruce Gilson behind the stumps.
So beyond the Rebels from your part of South Africa, Joe Berg, any inside information on them?
Good side. A lot of all-rounders in the team. I think one of their strengths is their tail.
First runs off the bat this morning.
Opposition often think they've got them. 5 or 6 wickets down, and Jeff Brewer, Craig Marshall, Ryan Freeze come in and can still hold the bat fairly decently. So definitely one of their strengths. No real superstars, but an all-round good side. Poor keeping there. Craig Marshall bowling into the wind, finding it a bit difficult at the moment. Needs to settle down his nerves, find his line and length.
Whipped off his legs. Just a single down to fine leg.
Not sure about the move going around the wicket here. Always like to see a bowler bowling over the wickets first up.
Right off his legs, single down to square leg. JLB opening with 2 left-handers. I think that could be a tactic to try and target the slightly shorter boundary. First over complete, 5 for naught. Rebels, the number 2 ranked team in the world. Probably start slight favourites. JLB, fairly unknown quantity entering this tournament. Already beaten 3 South African sides in this event.
Been very impressive, Chris. Really enjoyed them. Love their cricket. Very enthusiastic, excited. Great bunch of guys, and you can see why they've done well. They've really got good team spirit. Ryan Freeze bowling, and he bowls big induck is to the right-hander, so this will be leaving the left-handers. You could see an outside edge here, but takes the pace off the ball quite nicely.
Dubbed into the offside. So free ball and right arm over, Bjorn, just as you called for. Maybe Craig Marshall will follow suit in his second over.
And with his away swing to the left-hander, he's not going to get an LBW, so...
Oh, he's giving him! He's giving
Commentator's
him.
curse! Commentator's curse! Full P there. Umpire don't think he had a choice there. Like to have a look at that again. I think it must have hit him on the off stump here, batting outside the leg stump.
Height potentially could be the only thing. Oh no, that's out. That's out.
That's hitting middle of middle.
That's out. Great decision by the umpire. Rebels have the early breakthrough.
I think the only way he would have got a wicket was bowling a full toss.
Yeah.
Was the LBW decision. Good decision by Tulani, who's been outstanding. Really have been impressed with all the officials at this tournament. Tulani, Abraham, Rory, Kwazi. All the LMS staff have really pulled their weight, and a big thank you to everyone involved in the tournament. Wayne and I are very proud of everyone that's pulled it together. Usman Ali coming in.
69 innings, 1,800 runs at an average of 35. Strike rate of 154. 1350s. Good conversion rate. Just outside the top 1,000 in the world. The luck for him to play a big innings here. I think if you win the toss and bowl first, Bjorn, you ideally want to take at least 2 wickets inside the first 6 overs, really put pressure on the batting team.
I think it, and the reverse for the batting team. The first 5 overs, you don't want to lose 2 wickets, so it'll be interesting to see how they play from here.
Wide ball.
The captain of JLB mentioned he was looking for around 160 on this wicket. So they do need to set a good platform in this first five overs here.
Hitting slightly with the wind in this first 10. Pushed out, no run. Rebels just brought the fielders in slightly, trying to stop the singles, build the pressure on the batsman.
Good captaincy from Craig Marshall. It's a difficult situation for JLB here. The first 10, it will be easier to bat on hitting with the wind. At the same time, they don't want to lose the foundation here.
Shot.
Superb shot. That is a beautiful stroke through the covers.
That is a proper cricket shot.
Just pure timing. Just leant into it. Rocked forward.
The end of the second over. 11 for 1 after 2. It's going to be Craig Marshall to continue. Check out his stats.
Fantastic figures that.
Best of 5 for 11. Economy just over 6.
Okay, coming around the wicket. Just back ball.
Be interesting for the right hand. Be interesting for the right-hander. Whether he continue to go round the wicket or assume he'll come back over for the right-hander. Marshall to continue. Inside edge to mid wicket, just a single. Just has Craig been captain of the Rebels for long? Has Craig been captain of the Rebels for?
Craig has just taken over from Eugenio, who is now the team manager of the side. So Craig's been captain this year, and he's doing a good job.
Can't complain when you take your side to the semi-finals of the World Championships.
Yes, I think they've got 3 or 4 titles in the Joburg Premier League under the 2 captains.
Player miss.
Bald.
Bald. Fresh pitch for today in the centre of the square. Not been used previously this tournament. It'll be interesting to see how it plays. Feeling before the game 160, 170 will be part. Pushed out into the good quick single, good running. So JLB need to do, rotate the strike. It's the end of the 3rd over, 14 for 1. Freeze to continue. Played the miss outside the off stump. JLB looking to set a platform for the likes of Ryan McCann, Hikmat Khan to come in. The latter is currently the #1 ranked all-rounder in the World Championship. As Macquarie works it off his legs, they're going to look for 2. Oh, he's out. He's gone. He's out. He's out. Poor running, never ever 2 there.
Martin Veker on there, another good all-rounder.
The batsman signalled to the umpire, would he like to take it upstairs? For the first time ever, we will be operating a review system for all run-outs and stumpings. The umpire, standing at square leg, or the bowler's end, will give a soft signal to the match referee. They'll then review the footage and give the outcome. There was no need to review that. It was a good 2-3 yards out. There's the second wicket beyond, as discussed. 2 wickets inside 6th.
So they'll need the likes of the all-rounders now to play a big part. Steady the ship here. Under pressure, JLB. Got Amna Fahad says best of luck, JLB. Martin Schmidt says good luck, Rebels. New batsman is the captain of JLB.
Pushed into the covers. Well, I think they'll look for 2 here. Should easily be a 2 this time.
Lovely shot.
Yeah, just down to long off, just for a single. Rebels 10 in the scrum, 19 for 2 after 4. It's a perfect start, having won the toss. Slightly overcast conditions today. Hopefully the sun will come out later on, burn through these clouds.
The conditions are set for the day. Sun trying to come out, but struggling at the moment.
dot ball. Lally 8 off 7. Feel he needs to play a big innings today for his side.
It's looking good.
Dot ball. Craig Marshall doing a great job leading from the front. As we see Abbas Raza Khan.
He's the captain of LMS Pakistan of the World Series 2018. Some good stats there. Strike rate 147.
Clearly highly thought of by the selectors back in Pakistan.
Average of just 22.
Huge potential. He could be definitely looking to get that average closer to 30 in the next few months.
Best of 86.
Outside half the bat, just down to deep points. Van Wyk completes the fielding. Very, very good fielding outfit, the Rebels. Unbelievably impressive in the quarter-final yesterday.
Two balls to go in the over.
Worked out at the backward point, again just a single.
Ryan Freeze onto ball.
Great shot, that's 4 runs. Do not need to run. I think that's why, we're seeing why he was selected as Pakistan captain.
Good wrist, Jet. Waits for it. Opens the face, splits the field. Lovely shot, lovely to watch.
Oh. Dot ball, try to go again.
That's the length the bowler should be bowling, just short of a length. Much harder to hit than a full pitched ball.
With a good looking shot out to cover, just a single.
Polton stops that one comfortably. It's 5 from the over. Bit of pressure building on the bowler here.
With the dot ball. Will Marshall free spot 4 straight through here, B?
I think he'll save himself for the end. We'll see a change of... Maybe he'll give himself one more and then...
Oh, it's gone. Strangled down the leg side. Just strangled down the leg side. Not really. We're not a great angle to see whether that was leg or bat. And this will be the best view. Can't really see.
Can't see from the batsman, didn't think he hit it. Did he hit the ground at all? Difficult to tell there.
You can see the...
Must have been a noise as the...
From behind the bowler's arm, that might be the best angle if we can slow that down. As the wind whips through the commentary box.
Yeah, can't see from there. Definitely a noise.
Interesting, the non-striking batsman didn't look too disappointed with the decision. 26 for 3 in 5 overs. As the number 1 all-rounder from the World Champs arrives at the crease with a strike rate of 206, you can see why.
Off the mark easily.
It is Marshall. Marshall's going to bowl his 4 straight through here. Hikmat average of 38, best of 85 with 19 50s in 94 innings.
Risky move, but I think they're gambling on trying to get out Hikmat. They know he's a key player for the team. If they can get him out now,
Oh, well bowled.
Rebels will be in the driving seat.
Marshall in the quarterfinal yesterday only bowled 3 overs up top, didn't return. Clearly shows that there's plenty of depth in this Rebels bowling attack.
There is depth. I would say he's probably one of the best death bowlers from the Johannesburg region. So it is a risk.
Oh, gone through the wicketkeeper.
Difficult one that for the keeper.
No bounce.
Like to see the keeper get up
Direct
quickly
hit
there.
there would have been very interesting. Buys.
That's Jeff Brewer down at fine leg with a strong arm.
Dot ball for Marshall again. His final ball of a spell, only going for 9 runs so far. Exactly what him and his team would have wanted.
Great start for the Rebels.
It's a great spell of bowling from Craig Marshall. 4 overs, 0 for 9.
He'll be happy with that.
JLB 29 for 3 after 7. Looks like it also Freese is going to bowl his 4 up front as well. Happy to keep the pressure on.
Just been past the World Champs Dream Team, all the best players that would have made it at this stage.
Shot just outside cover, single.
And opening the batting, we've got Ahmed Mila from LSE Legends with Imran Kadir from Ferrani Taylor Stallions. Watch this ball from Ryan Fries.
Oh, it looked like bars, just a single.
Enzi, the all-rounder from Czech Republic, popular character, up on the balcony with all the teams after their matches. Wicketkeeper Hikmat Ullah Khan.
That down, just a single again.
Bowlers, we've got Mubashir Hassa Bati from Jhoolay Laal Bangers playing in this match.
That ball, well ball Fries.
We've got Janaka Sampath from Benora, Sri Lanka, and Fayez Kumar from LSE Legends. So no Rebels players, no South Africans have made the World Champs Dream Team. All the players coming from the subcontinent, apart from Imran Kadir, who plays his cricket out in England.
Still time for that to change to potentially 2 games for the Rebels. I think Craig Marshall will definitely be knocking on the door as Ryan Fries continues his 4 overs, 1 for 17. Great job from the openers. Really done the job for the team, taking 3 wickets in the opening spell. I think this will be Martin van Wyk to come on to bowl now.
Martin Veek's a great all-rounder. I actually think his strength is his batting, not so much his bowling. Let's see how he does. Bowling into the wind's always tricky.
Van Wyk with his first ball, out to backward point for a single. We're now picking up all your comments on Facebook, guys. So if you give us a shout where you're watching it, how you think the game's going to unfold, we'll read out the best ones.
Glenn Marshall joined us. Must be a relative of Craig's. Says, well done, Craig. Great bowling.
Good pace from Van Wyk. Is he the speedster of the Rebels team, Bjorn? Is he the quickest bowler?
I think Jeff Brewer probably pips him for pace, but yeah, Martin can send it down a bit.
Another dot ball. Look at Ryan Freese's figures, 4 overs, 2 for 18. Special. Arguably the easiest end for the batsman to be batting, hitting slightly with the wind. It's a great shot. Well fielded by Craig Marshall at the backward point. Sing out to deep mid wicket.
Slower ball from Van Wyk. Rebels enjoying themselves out there this morning. Polton onto bowl, and this could be an opportunity for JLB to get back into the game. He's definitely not in the same class as the other 3 bowlers, but useful, and he'll be bowling a bit slower than the other 3. Just had a stint as an overseas player in the United Kingdom, did fairly well.
There, 4 runs.
There we have it.
You called it, B.
Great shot.
Look at Daniel Poulton's career stats, 50 wickets at an average of 25, economy just over 6. Not bad for somebody following those 3 earlier bowlers. Oh, great comeback.
A little bit quicker through the air. Really need to see Hikmat build an innings here for JLB, bring them back into the game. 11 overs to go. We need something from JLB here, and he's the man to do it, I think.
Oh, another great change of pace from Daniel Poulton.
Close to a wide there. Good bowling.
40 for 3 with 2 balls remaining at the 10th over. Worked away, they will look for 2. Well, it's settled for 1.
Got the Cape Town Warriors up against Venora, Sri Lanka. Who's your money on, Chris?
I don't think you can look past the Sri Lankan side. The most impressive outfit so far we've seen. Look to beat
brilliant.
Portland beats.
They have been absolutely brilliant. I have to agree, Chris. I think they must be still favourites to win the tournament.
I can't see how a team can beat them. The great bat all the way down to 8. The bowling, there doesn't seem to be weak bowling. 3 seamers, 2 spinners. We saw the Pakistani team yesterday go hard at LSE Legends, go hard at Agenta Mendes, and the team still managed to overcome that. Be interesting to see the tactics in the second semi-final, which will be coming up at 11 o'clock our time, I believe.
Scheduled for 11. Slight delay this morning, setting up the scaffolding. final still scheduled for 1:45 p.m. South Africa time, which is 2 hours ahead of GMT. Martin van Wyk coming in.
So a lot of pressure on Raza Khan and Hikmat Khan here. Beyond, they really need to still be batting in the 15th, 16th over if JLB are going to get a competitive total. Currently Raza Khan 10 off 12, Hikmat 8 off 13.
At the same time, they do need to pick up the run rate, Chris.
Yep.
Difficult conditions here. Do they have a strong batting lineup, JLB?
I think they bat to about 6 or 7. I think the number 8 tends to just swing from the hips, and if he can connect, it's a bonus.
So tricky now when you're in this situation as a batting team and you've only got 41 on the board after 10 overs and hitting the ball into the wind now.
Open the face down to third again. Oh, they're going to come for
That's
2.
better running.
So that's better. Well judged. They need a lot more of that. They can start hitting those 1s into 2s and pick up the odd boundary. You can quite easily go at 10 and over without really playing a big shot. 10 and over from here gets them around 140.
Good kick of that ball.
Said before the game, 160, 170 was par. Might be slightly out of the reach for the JLB boys now. If they can get 130, 140 runs on the board in a semi-final, could be crucial.
They're on the wicket. Shot
down the ground.
We haven't seen much urgency with the running between the wickets so far, Chris.
No, the only time they did show urgency, they ended up losing a wicket via the run out, so maybe that's affected the boys back in the changing room. That they're just going to take it easy for the next 2 or 3 and then run hard for the last 5 or 6 overs. Short ball. Somehow edged. I'm not quite sure how he managed to get that down there.
Runs on the board. He won't mind too much. Takes the pressure off. Welcome boundary. Martin van Wyk just beat him for pace a little bit there. Checked his shot. Well batted.
Good to see Eugenio joining us. Not quite sure he's supporting the boys on the balcony this morning. I think he's probably nursing a slightly sore head at home.
Allergic reaction to the pollen in the air yesterday afternoon. Had to take a few Comprols.
Shame.
Red eyes, red cheeks. Not feeling too well this morning. We've got John Poulton joining us. Must be a relative of Daniel.
Beating for pace outside the off stump. This is Jeff Brewer onto ball.
Bowling with the wind.
You said he was the quickest bowler. Potentially on show for the Rebels today. Not a bad start.
Still finding his rhythm. He's big lad, so it takes a while for him to warm up. But so far, I have to agree. I think Martin's bowled a bit the quickest for the Rebels. Short run up.
Slashed away. Is this going to be caught? It is caught. Deep point. That's a huge blow for JLB.
Loose shot. Wasn't a great delivery. Lucky to get a wicket off that ball. Short outside off stump. Right idea. Let's have a look at the replay.
Yeah, almost off the toe of the bat. Carried all the way. It got into. I think the wind definitely helped. That carried that all the way to the fielder.
Wesley Middleton takes a comfortable catch there. Ball coming into bat.
Hikmat Khan 11 off 19. Really got stuck at the back end of his innings there. I think if your straight rate drops to that level, you really need to bat through for your team. Grind it out. Eventually the boundaries do start coming. You can't score runs from back in the changing rooms.
Tactics as a batting team, Chris, I always like to tell the guys that ones in the first 10 are fine. It's the dot balls that kill you. If you can get a run off every ball in the odd boundary, you're normally going to have a good platform, and JLB have just let through far too many dot balls this first 11 overs.
Agreed. As we look at Abdul Tahir's stats, average is just under 50, the strike rate at 203. I don't think he'll be looking for ones and twos, Bjorn.
Great stats that I'm wondering why he's coming so late.
There we go. There's he's faced 2 dot balls already in his innings. I just think you never, as a batsman, ideally, if you get 50, you never want to face more than 3 or 4 dot balls in your innings.
No, yeah, it just settles you down to get a run. You really can't leave the ball at this stage of the game. You need a run off every ball. Always a chance of a boundary with the LMS format of 8 aside.
Opened his face.
It's better.
Of course, Abdul Tahir, fans' favourite, nicknamed the Bull. He loves solely dealing sixes.
Good start from Jeff Brewer. Just one off the over, picking up the wicket.
Bull even has a fan club in Latvia. Simon Melbers, let's go Bull. On the forehead, 6 Bull. A lot of love out there for Bull this morning. Just Daniel Poulton to continue. Bull just pushes it out.
Should be running hard there. Put pressure on the fielder. Always a chance of a fumble or overthrows when you're running hard.
Bull doesn't do running beyond.
Not a big fan of twos.
No. Played the miss again. Just so many dot balls for JLB.
Real good pressure by the bowlers. Hats off to the Rebels who've so far started this game.
Oh, struck him in the glove, I think. It's a good short ball.
Rebels have really stuck to their game plan and applied the pressure to JLB, and that's a result of what we're seeing here, all these dot balls and singles. Good line and length.
Oh, well directed short ball from Daniel Poulton. JLB just only going to 4 and over.
A few cracks out there that'll be opening up as well.
Slow ball from Poulton this time. Ball pushes out to deep cover just for a single. Fires Kamar. Welcome, thanks for joining us. He thinks this is a trial by pace for JLB. Totally agree. The Rebels hitting inside edge down to fan leg again, and not looking for 2. It's poor running. I don't think JLB would have come across a ball and attack like this back in Pakistan. So far, 4 quality seamers used.
Run rate just 4.08.
As we look at the batting card, Mubashir Bhatti, 3 for 5, LBW off freeze, missing a full toss that would have crashed into middle stump. Asad Bakari ran out 5 off 10. The openers never really did the job. Ali Lally, 9 off 12. Raza Khan still there, working hard for his team, 16 off 16. Some great bowling figures. Jeff Brewer, 1 over 1 for 1. Poulton, 2 overs, 0 for 9. Van Beek, 0 for 10. Freese and Marshall, all done for the day. Again. This is another bowler used. This is
Henry Haraf, good start from him. Useful all-rounder again.
So the 6th bowler to be used by the Rebels shown. They've got great depth in their attack. Also just gives the Craig Marshall, the captain, extra options if he's got an extra bowler to use. Bowled him! Bowled him! That's a huge wicket. The Pakistani captain will depart. Abbas Khan, 16 off 18 balls. And JLB sort of going nowhere now. guys, Bjorn has just left the commentary box. We're joined by Apurva Nair, who's flying back to America tonight, having played in the World Champs for Westfield. Welcome to the comms box, buddy.
Thank you, Chris. Rebels doing a great job here this morning. Really dismantling the bangers.
How have you found the event?
Oh, it's been brilliant. It's fantastic for us from the US, especially because we don't get to play on fields as nice as these.
Yeah.
So to play against quality opposition from around the world has been great.
Who did you get to play against?
We played against teams from England, South Africa, Australia, and Scotland.
Oh, so the full mix.
Yeah. And Pakistan.
Yeah. As we look at Remak Khan, 37 innings, average of 23, strike rate at 158, 350s. Probably could do with a 50 here.
At a strike rate of around 200.
Yeah, very quickly. What score do you think JLB need to try and get up to here? 53 for 5.
Yeah, I think they'd be lucky if they get to 100.
Yeah. Good. Impressive attack, the Rebels. As Henry Ha have to continue. Leg side wide. So which part of the States are you from?
New York.
No.
Most of our team is from New York. We have 3 South Africans in our team.
Oh.
Guys that played the Cape Town Open with us last year.
Oh, awesome. A little bit colder back home in New York than it has been this week.
Oh yeah, my wife has been sending me pictures of the snow.
Oh.
And I've been sending her pictures of Table Mountain.
Yeah, in 26 degrees. So half to continue. Another player miss.
That shot belonged on a baseball field in America.
Yeah. So look at Henry's half's best, 4 for 9. Not bad as the 6th choice bowler on this side. Economy of less than 6. I think there's a few guys wouldn't mind him opening the bowling for them in this event.
Yeah, I remember when we played Rebels last year, he opened the bowling for them.
Oh, another player miss. The Rebels are really fired up for this game.
Yeah, it looks like the Jhoolay Laal bangers don't know what hit them.
So they're stuck, aren't they? They don't know.
55 after 13 is quite dismal. They're going to have to bowl brilliantly to make this even a close game.
Half to finish his second over. Down the ground again, just only a single. There's not much intent in the running, still from JLB. Happy just to push ones around.
The instructions from their bench right from the first over has been keep the ball on the ground and take singles. Hasn't been much intent to up the ante.
We saw yesterday scored 150 will win you a game. You're not going to score 150 by just keeping the ball on the ground.
I think they misunderstood 150 to literally mean 150.
Yeah. It'll be Jeff Brewer to continue. 56 for 5 off 14. Wide ball. Wide ball.
It's a welcome run for the team from Pakistan.
They'll literally take any run, no matter how it arrives. The ball 4 off 8.
I think the batting team really needs to go after the bowling now. There's no point in
You've got nothing to lose. It's
tapping
almost
it around.
You might as well almost be bowled out for 70, 75, trying to get to 110. It's a leg side wide, is it? Yeah. And a run, so that's 4 runs.
That's a boundary of sorts.
Yeah. This is now the most expensive over of the of the innings. Just 5 runs off the first 2 balls. A little bit of pressure on Brewer now. Can JLB just find the boundary from somewhere? They just need that 1 over, an 18, 20, 22 runs off 1 over just to try and kickstart their innings.
Yeah, they really need to show some scoring intent here.
Another player miss.
But that's much better intent than earlier when they were leaving these balls. So maybe they're listening to our commentary.
It's currently 72 balls in this innings. Great to see the stats and how many dot balls there's been. Quite easily over 8 or 9 overs worth of dot balls so far. Again, the intent's there. The skill of the bowlers is just so high at the moment. Can't get bat on ball.
Batsman seems to have taken a leaf out of my batting book. I'm the Westfield expert at playing and missing.
Yeah, just swing hard and hope you'll connect at some point. Pushed out. Just only a single again. So are you able to stick around for the final, or are you...
Yeah, our flight's after midnight tonight, so
Oh.
hopefully we'll stick around for the final.
Not too many beers, hopefully.
Not too many beers today. This week has been pretty heavy.
So this, I assume, your first World Champs?
This is my second World Champs.
You came to
Barbados.
Barber.
Oh, that's a big hit. Just makes it over the rope.
And that's what Bull does. That's Bull's first 6 of the semi-final. He's probably going to need a lot more of them.
This last over now comfortably the most expensive over.
First double figure over of the innings. Just makes it over the rope. Great effort from the fielder.
Might have gone a lot further had it been with the wind.
Big boy. Strong forearms to hit a 6. The wind, it's quite breezy today. We've had a couple of fairly sedate, quiet days with the wind.
Yeah, but conditions are a lot better than they were on day 1 of the tournament. I remember running into the wind. I felt like a dog with his face outside the window of the car.
Daniel Poulton to continue. Oh, again a slow ball. You've used the change of pace really well, the Rebels guys. Have a bowled really full, at the back of the hand slow balls, or hit the pitch hard. Outside edge, will they look for 2 here? Will they look for 2? No. So 69 for 5 in the 16th over.
Let's see if the Bull can hit another one.
Could do with 2 or 3 boundaries in this over, just to continue the momentum from the previous over. Oh, he tried. I think that's definitely the length to bowl to the Bull, back of a length.
Premeditated, expected the ball to be full, and got stuck on the front foot when it was short.
That left leg is cleared almost as soon as the bowler begins his run up. There we go again. Oh, it was the fuller one.
Great slow ball.
The change of pace again. What's your thoughts on the second semi-final?
I think that's going to be one of the best games of the tournament.
CT Warriors versus Venora Sri Lanka.
Yeah, I think the Sri Lankans have just outclassed everybody in this tournament comfortably.
Short ball. Dot ball again. And that's the end of the 16th over. 69 for 5. Yeah, Sri Lanka side showing that all disciplines of the game, that they're probably been the best team. I think CT Warriors will fancy their chances though.
Yeah, I think this CT Warriors just surprised everybody by beating the number 1 team, Tanks Plumbing, the other day.
That was a big performance from them.
Yeah, hopefully that wasn't the biggest game for them.
Yeah, that's sometimes teams peak early in a competition. Yeah. It's going to be Henry Harhoff to continue. Oh, they've ran a by. So good running, but good intent from Bull. You realise that he needs to be on strike.
Seemed like nobody knew where the ball was there for a second.
I think everyone was looking down when they began to run. I think everyone thought it was down the fine leg boundary. It was just in the wicketkeeper's gloves. Wicketkeeper missed the stumps with the shy. So 70 for 5. 19 balls remaining.
In theory, they could get up to 120.
With a few big sixes. Slow ball, and that's down the ground.
It's 4 runs.
4 runs. You can't bowl there to Bull. That's to be really full up into the pitch. Just watch his left leg cleared out the way. Just hit down the ground.
Just inside the rope.
Again, if it was hitting the other way, that would have been comfortably a 6.
Oh yeah, it probably would have cleared the side screen.
With the wind. Up the way again. That's 4 more for the ball. He's just starting to motor now. 23 off 16.
I had originally predicted that the Bangers would probably get to around 80. It looks like they're going to. I'm going to lose that bet.
They should surpass that turn. You did call 120 is still possible.
Yeah.
With more batting like this from the ball. Oh, that's high in the air. Is the fielder going to get there?
Oh, comfortably taken.
The double plays on, the bowler dropped the ball. So 2 runs was completed for the steal. 2 runs were completed. But the big wicket to the ball, the Rebels will got to be pleased with that. 80 for 6.
Just when the Bangers looked like they were gaining some momentum, they lose the big wicket. Always hard hitting into the wind.
Jeff Brewer, great take. New batsman Umo Dogger for JLB. It's important that he doesn't use up too many dot balls here. Average of 15 from 82 innings, strike rate of 151, so he can give it a hit. Best of 59. If he gets 59 here, it'll be some total for JLB.
But he'd have to face around 30 balls to get there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't have that luxury. A quick fire, 20, 25 of 5 or 6 balls would be fantastic.
I said they just need to restart that momentum. They were just starting to get on a roll, JLB. Dot ball. There we go. This is where the Rebels are good. They build the pressure with dot balls. It's the end of the 17th over. 80 for 6. As we look at the wicket again of the ball.
Got a bit too far away from the ball.
Get quite low on the bat. Would have been close for the double play.
Yeah.
But no, Henry Harhoff knows that's a huge wicket for his side. The ball was just starting to look dangerous.
Chucky back into the attack.
Oh, starts with a wide. I think that's missed the keeper's pads and hit him on the knee. So they scamper through for an extra wide. It's 2 off the first ball. Still 5 balls to come of the 18th over. Can batsmen 7 and 8 get up to 110, 115?
What's your prediction on the final score?
I can't see them getting over 100.
Yeah, I'm predicting 105.
Oh, dot ball. Van Wyk showing his extra pace.
Really, really accurate bowler.
Gets through his overs really quickly. Runs back to his mark. And he's going to change the angle. He's going right arm round. I reckon back of a length. Oh no, it goes Yorker.
It's a good ball.
Out to cover.
That
Will
should
he
be
look for 2? Great fielding.
Rebels just seemed like a well-oiled machine at these tournaments. Show up with a killer squad, and
I think it always helps when you've got 5 or 6 years of LMS experience.
that's true.
Underneath.
That's true.
I first played against him in 2013, so out to deep mid wicket.
That's a shot that belonged in the Cow Corner Cup.
Oh, could they
another
go
run.
for 3? No.
Yeah, always great if you're playing LMS a couple times a week with the same group of guys.
Just become used to each other's skills. You know what everyone does best. Another dot ball. Good dot ball.
This is great bowling. Yeah, for us at Westfield in the Colombian Moose, the last time we played LMS tournament was the Cape Town Open last year.
Oh, okay.
And before that, it was in Cape Town the year before.
It's big breaks.
It's big breaks. Hopefully we'll get LMS going in the US very soon.
Oh, short ball. Will that go all the way? Will that go all the way? It does go all the way. Not quite sure what that came off.
I think it came off his glove or his arm.
Well directed short ball from Van Wyk. Let's have a look at this.
Taking evasive action.
Oh, he has off his glove. He's done well not to fall back onto his stumps also.
Doesn't matter how they come at this point. Might as well be off his earlobe.
10 balls remaining, 89 for 6. Got to feel.
Still think they're going to be under 100?
Yeah, still backing. I think they'll get bowled out. I think that's what. If these guys do bat the 10 balls, they will surpass 100. Henry Har have to continue. That ball outside the off stump. There's 9 balls left. Current run rate 4.89. Should they finish on around 96, 97? Doesn't look like enough.
Doesn't look like enough at all. The Rebels bat really deep.
It's a big strike. It's gone straight up in the air.
Looks like it's going to be out.
No, Comerfield, it doesn't get there.
Saved by the wind a bit there.
And they get 2. Of course, yesterday in the 4th quarter-final for Harney Taylor Stallions nearly defended 102 against the CT Warriors, winning off the penultimate ball of the game. So it can be done.
It's just unfortunate the Stallions came up against the CT Warriors. We played against the Stallions in our first game, and they're a fantastic side.
A good team, yeah. Very, very good bowling, fielding outfit. Slashed away to deep cover again. Will they look for 2 this time? Misfield. No, they still only get 1. Yeah, in the round of 16 game, the Stallions were behind the 8 ball and then finished off only conceding 4 runs off the last 18 balls.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a killer in LMS.
Yeah, unbelievable bowling. 92 now, the score. Ramat Khan on strike.
That's a good shot.
Will that go for 4? Will that beat the fielder?
Flat bats it to extra
Only
cover.
A single. No, sorry, they come back for 2. Good running. So 94 for 6. 6 balls remaining.
There's a plate semi-final going on right now with the team from Scotland playing the other US team. That also promises to be fairly entertaining.
Have you got the score?
Yeah, the Fulton's Flyers are 90 for 3 after 14. And I think they'll be happy if they end up with around 140, 150, which looks unlikely given there's only 5.5 overs.
But Fulton Flyers mightily unlucky not to make the knockout stages of the main event, beaten on the last ball by the second 11.
Yeah, I watched that game.
Unreal.
It was heartbreaking. It was amazing because they won on a stolen 2 runs.
Yeah. The great value of the Scottish lads. They were on the balcony from 10 o'clock yesterday morning, right through to the close at 7 o'clock. Only drinking water, of course.
Of course. Making sure they stayed hydrated.
Big game today. Poulton last ball, tight in the air. I think this is going to be caught. Was Steele easily completed. So they lose the 7th wicket. 96 for 7.
The ball just seemed to hang in the air forever.
Fielder had all the time in the world. Batsman had all the time in the world to complete the steal.
Yeah.
3/4 of the way back round.
He might have run a 3rd one too.
Yeah. Straight up in the air, got right underneath it. It's always tough for a tail ender hitting. It is quite a strong breeze this morning. So here we go, last man stands. Club down the ground. Is this going to be caught as well? It is caught.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That was struck really well.
96 all out.
Well,
the 20th over.
Looks like you called it.
It's about time I got a prediction right this tournament.
I was just about to say, looks like I got it right if it went for 6.
So 96 all out. As we see the last wicket fall. Length ball slashed down the ground. He got a good chunk of it.
Yeah. I guess very hard to hit that against the wind.
Martin van Wijk just doesn't drop them. Two catches and 2 balls for him. Daniel Poulton on a hat-trick the next time he bowls.
I think the Bangers are going to have to do something really special to pull this one out.
They're gonna have to bowl the Rebels out.
Yeah.
There's no way they can restrict the Rebels to 90 for 4 off 20. It's not gonna happen.
But you can never tell with Pakistani sides
When they get on a roll.
when they get on a roll, yeah, especially when they're bowling.
Look at the batting cards. Mabashir Bhatti 3 off 5. Bakari 5 off 10. Ali Lally 9 off 12. The top 3 didn't really get going. Raza Khan, Pakistani captain at the World Series next year, settled the ship 16 off 18. Hikmat Khan struggled 11 off 19. The Bull hit a couple of mighty blows, 23 off 17. A lot of dots though for Bull. Ramat Khan 14 off 14, the last man out, with Umar Dagger 4 off 7.
Yeah, with the exception of the Bull there, it looks like the phone number.
I mean, take a look at the bowling figures. Craig Marshall, 4 overs 0 for 9. Walters 4 straight through at the start, along with Ryan Freese, 2 for 18. Fantastic start. Chucky Van Wijk, 3 overs 0 for 19. Daniel Poulton, 2 for 12, halfway through his final over. Jeff Brewer, 2 overs 1 for 13. With Emery Harhoff, 3 overs 2 for 18. 11 extras.
4 for 9. 4 overs for 9 runs. That's insane.
Inside the first 8 overs.
Yeah,
as well.
that's
The batsmen
crazy.
coming hard. See the match summary. Again, the Bull, the only batsman to really cause the Rebels headache. But the Rebels require 97 to win. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thank you.
Good morning, sports fans, and welcome back to the second innings of the first LMS semi-final World Championships 2017. JLB, Jhoolay Bangers, have just batted, and the Rebels are going to try and chase it down. First inning score of 96, so 97 to win for the Rebels. Not enough, Chris?
Good morning, Luke. Thanks for finally joining us this morning.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here.
Nah, I've got to say, it's not enough. But cricket's a funny old game. I think we mentioned as we left the previous innings that JLB are going to have to take 8 wickets here to win this game.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to restrict them to 96, but then we saw Rebels bat yesterday, and they're a fantastic batting side, aren't they? The batting just keeps coming and coming.
So opening up
Van Wyk,
Bruce Gilson and Martin Van Wyk. Martin, fresh from taking 2 catches and 2 balls. Bruce, the wicket-keeper for Rebels. Really, really good wicket-keeper. So it's going to be Mubashir Bhatti to open the bowling. I think it's going to be trial by spin early doors here for Rebels. You got to feel JLB need early wickets. Left arm spin to start. Worked out. And they'll look for 2 straight away here. They'll look for 2. No.
Not going to risk it. I think that's probably right.
For throws. And they could go again. They could go for 3. It's an easy 3. And that's not, when you're only defending 97, that is not the start you want.
No, you really can't do that. Everyone's got to be, all the bowlers, all the fielders got to be completely on it in this innings. That's a really poor way to start. I think that's probably set the tone for it. So here we have Van Wyk taking leg stump guard.
Of course, from a Rebels point of view, if they can win quickly, it just buys them an extra 40 minutes rest before the final. It's a big shout, not out.
Buys them another 40 minutes in the bar. No, absolutely will not be happening. So here we are, guys, down in a beautiful Western Province Cricket Club underneath Table Mountain. What's going to be a fantastic day of LMS semi-finals and finals. So we are going to have our world champions crowned today.
A little bit chilly today. I think it's only 20 degrees.
The breeze is quite refreshing. So here we have Bhatti in again.
Vyk opens the face down to third man. That looks like they're going to be the zone they're going to target for the left arm spin.
Yeah, we've had 3 deliveries and they've played 2 shots down there. So guys, as always, live on the Facebook comments, make sure you send your comments in. Any questions, any opinions you've got on the game, please send it in. All our regular fans, we are now back in the box.
We will not be taking any questions on the Ashes.
We're not talking about that, no. But all our regular fans, Ronnie,
I think Pete Bowman's in.
Pete, Dave, Paul, all our regular fans, Carol, make sure you get in touch, guys. There we have Bhatti finishing his last ball of the over.
Bowled him! Oh, it's bowled him!
Oh, it's bowled him. I didn't see that. I wasn't watching. No, I was.
That kept quite low.
That did keep really low.
That'd be interesting to watch. It's hit leg stump.
It's the slider.
Don Van Wyk. So that's what JLB needed at wicket in the first over, 5 for 1.
I'd still rather see that scoreboard at 2 for 1 rather than 5 for 1 with the other throw. So here we go, wicket here. Van Wyk on strike.
Inside edge. It's a bit of a prod for Van Wyk.
Big gap between bat and pad there. You can see the wicket-keeper's much more excited than the bowler.
I think the bowler knows he's got plenty of work to do still.
A couple more wickets. Van Wyk not happy there.
The crowd don't look too impressed by him, if we're being honest.
Yeah, well, they look cold.
Young lady's not entertaining Martin Van Wyk this morning. So, new batsman has yet to emerge. So, Daniel Poulton.
Fantastic fielder.
Great
one
bowler.
of the catches of the tournament. There we have Daniel Poulton's LMS career. 61 innings, 38 not outs.
Not a bad average.
Slightly thrown by the runs and average there. 2,435 runs at an average of 105.87. 164 strike rate, best of 77 and 31 50s.
I think that's why
that's
currently leading
every other
the
ball.
all-rounders for South Africa in the World Champs.
Yep. Probably look forward to seeing him in the lovely Wirral.
Yeah.
Shot. Worked out for one.
It's Asad Bakari onto bowl. Obviously the South African
There we go. Got
all-rounder spot can still change. Obviously CT Warriors still in the game, in the tournament. But Daniel Poulton, 2 wickets in the first and then some runs here, can really cement his spot.
Yeah, I think he'll be. We've seen a lot of South African guys here today.
Gonna look for a single
this
direct
could
hit.
be run out.
He stumbled. He stumbled.
Took their time trying to go for that run, just trying to see if it got past the bowler. I think it got past him, and then they went for the run, but just a little bit slow on it. Yeah, I think if you put this Poulton in a side, it's going to be a very, very strong World Series side.
To face backward point, easy single. You don't need to do anything silly.
I just think these guys are going to try and pick up it off once. I mean, they can do it in ones, so they are not going to worry.
Less than 5 and over.
Yeah. So Poulton on strike. We've hyped him up. First ball, average of 105. We want to not out here. See his side through to the final.
Short punch to deep mid wicket.
Just going to be one. Guy in a lovely.
The ball that's the biggest hitter hat that Bull's currently wearing.
Is it?
6 of the tournament.
That's a lovely hat. I'm glad we've gone all out and bought a nice one. Around a bit short, worked away, just one. Yeah, they've got nothing else to do here. For me, it's a little bit of an odd field.
It's the wind.
You can give. It's not enough to keep them to one a ball.
No, you almost need to bring the field up.
Yeah, you've got to try and stop you've got to try and get a couple of dots every over, try and build some pressure and try and pick up some wickets. You can't just give them a run of ball.
If JLB lose inside 12 overs, they lose inside 12 overs, but give yourself a chance of taking 3 or 4 quick wickets.
Bruce Gilson stats, 92 innings, 43 not outs, 3,251 runs, an average of 66, strike rate of 152 with a best of 76 with 40-50, so
virtually a 1 in 2 strike rate
from both these batsmen for 50s, average both well over. You've got a batsman with an average of 60 and one of an average
big
of
shouts, got things sliding down.
Been impressed by this bowler so far. Barty, he's picked up the ball through the gate.
Got to feel, can he get another breakthrough here?
They've got to have them.
If he can finish with figures
4 down at 10 overs, they've got to be.
If he can finish with 3 or 4 wickets for big shout. Oh, big stride forward this time. So if Batty can finish with 3 or 4 wickets for 15 or 16 runs off his 4 overs, he'll give his side a great chance in this game.
In 8-10 overs, they've got to be. They've got to have the Rebels 4 or 5 down, absolute minimum if they're going to win.
Jail boys trying to really rile each other up here. They know they need quick wickets.
Great coverage, lads. Thank you, buddy. Glad you're enjoying it. So Fayez Kamar.
Sorry, we're receiving some technical issues on Facebook currently.
Sorry, buddy.
It's probably Luke's phone. Struggling in the heat of Cape Town.
I think like me, buddy. Struggling a little bit today.
Good shot, good looking shot. Oh, that's going to be 4 runs. Another dot ball. Bakari to continue. Back foot punch into the offside. They will look for 2. No, just a single. Good fielding in the deep there. Aside from the overthrows in the first over, JLB have been really switched on.
Yeah, they've been very strong. 13 for 1 off 3. It's the sort of start they'd be looking for. I still think it's absolutely crucial that they get wickets here. That's That's gonna be a
Back
good
cut
shot.
to
That's
the
a-
left. That's
that's
4 odds. That's a
Bolton
great shot
showing
from
his
Daniel
class.
Bolton. Really impressed with the young man. 8 off 5.
Overthrows again.
Overthrows
It's going to
again.
cost him another run.
And I picked them up in the field. 21 for 1.
3.3 overs gone. I still think this is the Rebels' game to lose massively.
Just 76 to win. Gilson, 9 off 10. At the end of the 4th over. .76 from 80 balls. JLB.
Gotta fancy the Rebels here, eh? Under a run ball in LMS is anything under 8 and over is normally absolutely nailed on.
Still, the fielders remain on the boundary.
Yeah, I feel they've got to bring them in. They've got to get more aggressive here if they're going to try and pick up. If they're going to try and win this game, yeah, like you say, you might as well lose it off 12 overs rather than 17.
It's going to be Batty to continue. Big shot.
Oh,
Bolton's gone, and there he's got his 2nd wicket.
He's been really bowling well here, darting him in.
Oh. Just another look at this LBW. Left arm round. Yeah,
it's out.
that's just straight. That's another great decision.
It's an interesting shot from Bolton there. I'd be trying to hit that straighter. You don't need to try and work that one down.
So Wesley Milton will walk to the crease now. Rebels not in trouble. They're just
No, I still think this is absolutely the Rebels' game to win.
There we mentioned.
Bolton's angry, disappointed with himself.
There we mentioned the C word involving South Africans.
Nah, these guys have got this. For me, anyway. But it'll be good to see a good close game here. Sometimes some of the low-scoring ones are some of the best.
We saw yesterday evening the Stallions almost defend at 102.
Yeah, very, very close. Came down to the final ball. So it's not impossible, and I think there's a lot of guys here that are good bowling side. So wow, there we have Wesley Middleton, 624 innings, 181 not outs, 17,450 last man standing runs. So he knows what he's doing.
It's going to be leg bars. Will they look for 2? No, just the 1. Oh no, they're coming back for 2.
That's well
Good,
run.
great run. I think Wes Milton scored more 50s than you have runs. 140, 157 50s.
No. More not outs, but not more runs. I believe my current LMS run total is 164. And
it's kept low as well.
just keep it a little bit lower here. Was that doing that in the first innings?
Well, no, we didn't see a spinner for the Rebels. It was all
One
6 were
spinner.
seamers, all 6 seamers. It's definitely JLB had to face a trial by pace. The Rebels definitely going to face a trial by spin.
So here we have, guys. Sorry. Make sure you send in your comments. We've got a good close game on our hands here. If the Jhoolay Bangers can continue to take wickets, I think this is going to really turn into a really tight game. Batty's bowling very well.
Big shout.
It's
I
not
think
out.
it's
It's
sliding
gonna be
down.
leg side.
Sliding down. Again, we did say if Batty can pick up 3 or 4 wickets in his first 4 overs, they'll have a great chance.
Like we were saying, it's all about wickets here, guys. Guys, anybody supporting the Rebels from Joburg or anybody watching in South Africa, make sure you drop us your comments. Same for any of you guys watching in Pakistan or anywhere supporting the Jhoolay Laal Bangers. Make sure you let us know your thoughts, your comments. Drop us a comment on the Facebook Last Man Stands live stream, and we'll make sure we read those out for you. But it'd be great to get your thoughts on the game. So that's the end of Batu's third over.
2 for 9.
It's a good start from him.
25
Needs a little
for
bit
2
support
or
from the
5.
other end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could do. But I mean, Bakari's bowled well. Just hasn't been able to get a breakthrough. Gonna be a change of bowler. Gonna be Hikmat Khan coming in. Currently the leading all-rounder for Pakistan in this World Champs. Helps that he bats, bowls and keeps.
Here we have his stats there: 351 overs, 107 wickets. So he works
Right away,
that one.
just a
Just
single
the
down
one.
to deep square leg.
Ooh, leg spinner.
Yeah.
There we have his stats: best of 4 for 7, average of 21.35, economy of 6.5, world ranking of 32. So serious.
Oh, he's given him! He's given him! It's another wicket. And it's Wesley Milton's out.
Not off 2 deliveries. So there we go. We said he needed a little bit of support from another. We said Barty needed a little bit of support from another bowler, and there we have Khan jumping in. Second delivery of second delivery, picking up the wicket there. So there we have it, 3 down. The chase, the pressure of chasing. We said 96, nowhere near enough. But guys, yeah, 3 down, 26. This is right in the balance now.
Skipper Craig Marshall walks to the crease.
Big captain's knocked this
He
one.
bowled extremely well, 4 overs, 0 for 9. Needs to follow it up with the bat.
He'll be looking to just bat this one through for his team.
He can bat.
Another good player coming in. 126 innings, 52 not out, 2,732 runs, average of 36, 1950. So yeah, absolutely. He's clearly a guy that likes to finish off games. You look at the number of not out he's got, 52. He's clearly a guy that likes to be there at the end when they win games of cricket. So first ball, full toss, pump down the ground. Just be one. Yeah, fielded comfortably there. Oh, they got it long off.
So I think now JLB will bowl Batty straight through. I think
Yeah, got it.
got to. Bowling exceptionally well.
Dan, Mies, another fan. Thank you, buddy. Glad you're enjoying the coverage. We've got a full day of Last Man Stands cricket on today, guys. Got the second semi-final and the Last Man Stands 2017 World Championship final on. So make sure you stay tuned, guys. We've got some fantastic cricket coming up. So, not out.
Not that one.
Down the leg side. So yeah, we've got some fantastic cricket lined up, particularly all you guys in England getting up early to watch a bit of the Ashes. I suggest you swap coverage, guys, and rather than watching Smith and Marsh whack it around, come and watch us guys instead.
28 for 3 after 6. Just the 69 required.
So we've got plenty of guys tuning in from all around the world. We've got Screaming Cats, LMS Brisbane joining in. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, guys. Guys, let us know where you're joining us from. Just to call out the fact, if you look on your screen now, that is currently where we are sat, right at the base of Table Mountain. It is a fantastic venue for the LMS World Champs 2017. So that's currently where we're sat. So here we have Barty to finish his 4th over. In bowls.
Well, they look for 2. No, just a single.
If I was the Rebels batsman now, I'd just be looking to get 3 or 4 off him, play him out now, but make sure you don't lose a wicket. He's clearly bowling well. But yeah, like you say, just make sure you don't lose a wicket. Can't afford another wicket now until the
Full.
10 over mark.
Worked away.
It's a good shot.
It's
They're
the
gonna
leg
look for
side.
1. Nah, just the 1.
The
We're
ball.
going to look for 2.
The ball comes in, completes the fielding. So that's 30 for 3. That's 6.2 overs.
So we've got Harris Najib, who thinks the Jhoolay Bangers can pull this one off. So they've given themselves half a chance.
Lovely stroke into the gap in between cover and mid off.
Going to come back for 2.
Gonna
Got to
be
come
dope.
back for 2. So
Throw's going to go to keeper's end.
oh, that was right over the stance. He'd have been in trouble there a little bit, but in the end you'd have to say good run in.
Just a reminder to everyone just tuning in, we do have a review system in place for today. They're all run outs and stumpings. If the umpire's unsure, we'll ask for the 3rd umpire.
We do.
So a soft signal will be given by the umpire what he thinks the decision is, and then our fantastic camera team will put together a package.
I look forward to that. Okay, so we have live reviews in place, guys, as he pushes that one down the ground. That's just going to be one.
Craig Marshall looks for two. No, just a single.
So we've got Yasir Javid joining us from the United States of America. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the LMS. Don't know if you're playing over there. In bowls,
Dot ball.
just a dot ball.
We will not be congratulating Steve Smith on bringing up his double 100.
Steve Smith has got a double 100, but so what? It's all about the last man stands today, guys. The Ashes is not what today is all about, guys. It's all about the LMS 2017 World Champs. Australia fans are great when they're winning, but not very well when they're losing.
So Pete,
Got some joggers there, enjoying an early morning run.
Luke plays his LMS down in New Forest. It's a lovely part of the world. As Gilson plays that out to third man.
I'll just talk you through Chris Newton's career. Absolute superstar up there in the Wirral, the lovely part of the world that is Cheshire. 109 games, 80 runs and 8 wickets. So fantastic last man stands player.
That's wide.
Oh, Chris, he's trying to talk over me.
That's wide. Back to the cricket, and they're going to just two. That's poor running from Gilson. So they still pick up the 3 with the wide. Right out into the gap, just a single again. Clever batting from Gilson and Marshall. Just trying to take the sting out of this attack.
Just really going about just rebuilding this innings. Nothing silly, just make sure they get it all back together and make sure they're not 50 for 5 and really struggling.
Dab down, third man, a single again.
Gilson's going about his business very nicely. 18 off 20 now, and he's not let the wickets around him phase him at all. He's just gone about his business and batted. JP
Oh, how's that missed?
Lombard supporting Rebels all the way. Even if they kicked you out, I think you mean knocked out.
I assume.
I presume they've turned up and
you.
won well,
Yeah.
as they've done for a lot of this tournament as well. Fantastic Rebels side they've got here. So Jason Roth saying, "Let's go, Craig, Mr. Consistency."
It's Craig Marshall.
Craig Marshall.
Full toss down the ground. It'd just be a single.
Would you like the nickname of Mr. Consistency in cricket?
I do, but it's not for being
It's not. It's
consistently good.
certainly not warranted if you've got it. Played in the Cal Corner Cup plate yesterday. Me and Chris were allowed to open the batting, and successfully went about a very, very steady opening partnership.
We always felt 130 was a good total on that pitch. Made sure we got it.
130 was a good score, I thought, and then the other guys comfortably chased it down.
And then the other team battered.
And the other team batted, and we thought, I don't think we've got enough here. So yeah, well done to the guys there against us yesterday.
That's it. Who this new bowler is?
I think we're in for a really close game here, Chris.
This
I
is
think this is going to
Bokhari.
be one of those low
His
scoring.
third over, played a miss. And because Bokhari brought him to the tournament yesterday, replacing Noor Dascott, did very well yesterday, kept his split space today. It's just 2 dot balls so far in this over. Again, the pressure just cranks up.
I don't know if you agree with me, Chris, but I think we could be having one of those low scoring classics on the cards here. Rebels just wanted to make sure they don't do anything silly trying to chase this down. He didn't even leave his crease.
If we, Pete Bowman, if you would like to use the LMS player comparison for us both, and please get back to me with the results. Got a feeling that I will come up better than that, than slightly Luke.
Yeah. By all means, Peter. Luke Stubbington.
Oh, well worth the wait, well worth the wait.
Check out the stats. Not a natural last man stands player, but more than happy for you to compare my stats to
Of
Mr.
course,
Newton, because
anyone who's played
they are
LMS,
significantly better.
anyone who plays LMS can compare their LMS stats with other players around the world. Just head on to lastmanstands.com, click on the player comparison tool, type in the 2 players, and away you go.
So here we are, 42 for 3 off 8.2. Probably just on the run rate.
Going down. Will they look for 2? Will Gilson come back for 2? I think he will. Easy 2.
Triple 2 there off the legs.
45 for 3 after 8.4.
Gilson and Marshall just going about this very nicely. We haven't had a wicket for sort of 4 or 5 overs now, and they're just repairing that damage, just setting themselves a platform.
Just trying to always think when you're playing a Pakistani team, if you can keep the crowd quiet.
Or just keep the intensity out of the game. If you can keep them quiet as a side, stop giving them a lot of chances, stop giving them a lot of dismissals. I think you just, yeah.
JP Lombard, they are in fact a quality side. The Rebels probably been the second most impressive side out here so far, behind Benora Sri Lanka.
Yeah, I think it's, for me, if I had to pick a final now, it'd be those 2.
Played out.
Which we'll see how this game goes, but yeah, Benora Sri Lanka, fantastic side. They've also got Mendes in it, who's getting a lot of hype, but there's a lot of quality around him as well. It's not just it's certainly not a one-person side. There are 7 other good cricketers with him.
Gilson again, he's his favourite shot down to 3rd man.
Michelle Lee, come on Gilson. Victoria wants to see Uncle Brucey make some runs, so Gilson will be looking to bring this one home for his side for sure. 20 off 25 now, and he'll just be wanting to make sure.
Oh, bat, not out. Hikmat Khan, really.
Is there a bit of turn out there? Because the spinners look like they've had them in a little bit of trouble. Let's see if we can see one straight on, just to see if it turns. We've seen 2 LBWs off the spinners. We've seen quite a few plays and misses and LBW shouts off the spinners. So he pumps that one back.
Another dot ball. Khan doing a fantastic job for his side. Been impressed with the 3 bowls we've seen so far from JLB. Done exactly what was required from them.
Good spin inside, aren't they? It's a bit
short and
there.
wide. I think that's going to go for 4. Is that going to go all the way?
That eases the pressure.
That's a great shot from Craig Marshall. Good, Peter. I'll look forward to you reporting back the results of those player comparisons.
I look forward to that, Peter. So yeah, it's amazing how just released by a boundary. In the context of the game, it's only 4 runs, but when you get that boundary as a bat inside, you just sort of feel that pressure that's built up over those last 4 or 5 overs, it just completely lifts. So I think we're going to see that boundary again. So ball just dropping slightly short there.
There's a little bit of turn.
A little bit. Not a huge amount.
51 off for 3 after 10, so just require 46 for the final 10 overs. Hitting with the wind, of course, now. I think, again, everything just points to the Rebels being in their box seat here.
Yeah, for me, this is still absolutely Rebels as firm favourites. Guys from Pakistan, by all means, jump onto the Facebook live stream and disagree with me, but yeah, for me, this is...
As we see, the background there for Benora Sri Lanka just going through the paces. Look at the bowling, the batting lineup for Rebels. Gilson 21 off 26, looking comfortable at the crease. Chucky Van Wyk 1 off 3, played onto his stumps off batting. Dan Pulton was looking really comfortable, 11 off 7 for LBW to again batting. And Wes Middleton, LBW to the leg spin of H. Khan, 0 off 3. Marshall's come to the crease, 12 off 12s, look comfortable, a true captain's knock. So it's going to be Bakari to bowl his 4th over. Again, Marshall works it well out of deep cover.
Just bowling lovely flat line there. Not trying to flight it, not trying to tempt the batsman too much.
Eugenio's still suffering with hay fever, unable to join us today.
Eugenio's not here. Is he going to be joining us? Eugenio, please say you're coming in to join us, buddy. I don't think this day at the LMS World Championships would be complete without Eugenio here for a cold one. stump in there. Here we go. I think it was. I don't think his back came, or his feet came out the crease. Oh, was that him?
That's it. It's bad. Had Marshall out into deep mid wicket just for a single.
Here we go. Bakari back in again.
Worked away. Gilson again, just going about his business.
I think these two have been really good for me.
Gilson gets 50 here.
They
Rebels win. Doesn't matter if it takes him 52, 53 balls.
No, it really doesn't matter today. I don't believe that, Eugenio.
Eugenio, they do serve soft drinks at Western Province Cricket Club.
It's not like if you leave the flat, you have to drink alcoholic beverages, Eugenio. You could have a water, you could have a Coke, you could have an orange juice. Just make sure you come say hello, buddy.
So now as we look at the ball, so Batty,
Great start.
4 overs, 2 for 14. Bakari, 0 for 19, also bowled out. Hikmat Khan got 1 over left.
Interesting to see what the last two bowlers that they're going to use have got.
We're going to see Hikmat Khan finish off, so
we're going to see 2 new bowlers that are going to bowl the last 8, I would think.
I think it shows that the JLB captain realised that he needed his 3 best bowlers to bowl out. No point saving them for the end.
I think that's absolutely it. You've got to bowl your best 3 bowlers, try and get as many wickets as you can early, and hope that the pressure and everything else.
That's a big shout from Khan again.
I know.
Gilson's getting big stride.
Seen a lot beating the bat and going on for an LBW appeal. So yeah, 55 for 3 now off 11. Gilson 23 off 28 and Marshall 14 off 15.
The bowler seems to take that not out very well from the umpire. Showing a laugh and a joke. Sums up the spirit that's gone on in this World Champs. It's been fantastic.
It's a competitive game out there, but the guys are absolutely good friends off the field. And the umpires.
So that's a great shot. That's a great shot from Gilson, and that's 6 runs. That's 6 runs.
There you go. You can see the Vanilla Sri Lanka guys warming up in the background, getting ready for their semi-final. I think the Rebels were aiming that shot at him, but yeah, you can see them down there in the background, getting ready, warming up. It's a big shot from Gilson. That's a big 6 in the context of the game. I think the Rebels guys will be looking to make sure they knock this off with a couple of overs to spare. They don't want this going down to the last over and everything getting a little bit tense. No. That's the worst. We've seen that a few times.
Middleton comes back for 2, easy to almost pretend it's an 18 over a game.
Yeah,
that's
just because we've seen it a few times this week, particularly where guys have needed the last over to chase the score down. And
funny things happen, strange things happen.
You need 5 off the last over, and all of a sudden, unless you hit boundary early, funny things happen in the last over.
Gilson, dot ball. Gilson doing his job, 31 off 30 now.
Yeah, been superb for me, Gilson. Yeah, like you say, just quietly gone about his business while wickets were falling around him. He's just got on and batted, looked very unflustered, very calm, and batted with a lot of quality as well.
Good, single out to Bull. Big crowd favourite, the Bull. Big crowd favourite. One of the huge personalities in this 2017 World Champs, and that's Hikmat Khan complete.
Crowd's just starting to build, isn't it, here today? I think the crowd will really build for the finals. Do you know what time they're on for the finals, Chris?
Looking at starting at 2 o'clock, so we've got the second semi-final.
So 2 o'clock, that's Cape Town time, guys. So
2 hours ahead of
the UK. Not quite sure about how that sits with the rest of the world, but that's 2 p.m. Cape Town time. So make sure you tune in, guys.
Currently just seen a break in play again as JLB switched the wicket keepers. Has been a story of their event for them this year.
So they do that every game, do they?
Every game. They usually start the other way around. They don't usually open with the leggy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they've brought on spin to try and change it.
Remak Khan, who's about to come on to bowl now, usually opens the bowling for them and keeps for the second 10. Whereas Hikmat Khan usually keeps first and then comes on to bowl. They just switched it around.
It's an interesting way of doing it, and I think it's probably something that other teams might look to do. If you've got a wicket keeper that can bowl, or 2 wicket keepers that can bowl, it just means you can play another out and out batsman.
Yeah, I think that's key. You
can basically come in with 4.
Show a drop in performance.
Yeah, I think it's important that the wicket keepers of a certain quality, which he absolutely was there for the first 10. So
Remat Khan, ball, wants the ball.
A few
Usually opens
comments
the
on the
ball
Facebook just talking about Gilson's 6. You're right, guys, fantastic shot. Just what his side needed at this point. So here we go, Gilson back on strike.
33 from 40 required. Worked away from Gilson again, just a single, that's a deep square leg.
This is great batting. They're just working the good balls for one and then hitting the bad balls for a boundary. So doing nothing silly and picking up the runs they need comfortably.
Shot down the ground, Craig Marshall. He's going really quietly about his work, Craig Marshall. Could be 15 off 16.
Both these two guys have done that. Hey, they've just got in, batted sensibly, batted really calmly. And yeah, 3 wickets fell in fairly quick succession, but they've not let it phase
that's going to go for 4 from Gilson. Is it going to go all the way? It does go, it just goes.
Big
Gilson
cheer
just
from the
gets
crowd.
enough on it.
Yeah, I think we'll start to see these guys now just try and tick it along a little bit more. Like you say, just make sure they get this target nice and comfortably.
Adrian,
Good bowling.
exceptional bowling.
And
the
fielding.
Rebels.
I think it's worth calling out the catching and the fielding was superb from the Rebels guys. We saw that yesterday.
He goes again, Gilson.
It's 4 more.
No, I think the final leg's going to come round and get it. Yeah.
2 runs.
Definitely felt before the start of the game 160 would have been par.
Eugenio, today's final 2 o'clock Cape Town time. Make sure you're here, my friend. Yeah, I don't think this is a 100-run track. I think the Jhoolay Bangers have set 96 and the Rebels have just gone about knocking it off and making sure they do nothing silly about it. I think if you'd have given them a target of 150, they'd still have backed themselves to chase it down. It's the fact that they've got 96 to chase, which is why they're batting the way they are.
Gilson, good shot out into the covers. Will
Look
he
for
go
2.
for Will? Marshall will come back for 2.
Marshall, that's great running from Marshall.
Maybe the confidence just slightly growing now with the Rebels.
Yeah, picked up 8 off this over already. So yeah, you can see the guys just making sure they go about their business. You know, just trying to pick it up a little bit now. Don't want to get into a last over. So here we have World Champs 2017 top batsman Ahmad Mellah leading the charge for LSE Legends.
He can't go any further though.
That's if he's out, unfortunately. You've got Hikmat Khan, Jhoolay Bangers, 534 points. Imran Kadir, he's a fantastic player that I've seen, 484. We've got
Hasham Randika.
So he'll be on next.
He can improve, as can Argenta Mendes down in 7th place with Deepak Nicholas from Roaring Lions.
And Daniel Bolton. If the Rebels get through here, he'll be into the final. So he's got another dig at improving that.
Changing bowler now. This is Abbas Khan, the Pakistani captain for the World Series.
Big shout out to Steve Hayes, who's joined us up bright and breezy. Lovely Somerset, 8:30 Saturday morning. Don't worry about Saturday kitchen, Steve. Make sure you're with us for the day.
So if you look at Abbas Khan's action, it's quite round arm. He's not going to get much bounce. Can he slide one under Gilson's bat? Oh, not going to get much bounce if you don't pitch it. That's 4 more for Gilson.
Clubbed away in that gap there.
Gilson moves on to 45.
Yeah, Gilson's been superb here. I think if he retires and comes back, yeah, if he retires, he's going to get a fantastic round of applause from his side because he's been absolutely superb today.
He was 20 off 26 balls and has really managed to put the foot down without being reckless. And that's going to be 4 more for Gilson. He moves on to 49. And Abbas Khan.
This is the Rebels just showing their bit of quality here, just making sure that they recovered from the 3 early wickets that they lost. They made sure they got to 10 overs on the run rate, but only 3 down, and now they're just making sure that they put these bad balls away and
also
pick up ones.
Paid to the questions regarding the pitch, I feel.
Yeah, it's a good pitch. It really is a good pitch, guys.
Venora,
strip
Cape
for
Town
today.
Warriors. Oh, Brandon Webb, welcome back, buddy.
Hello, Brandon. How are you, mate? Just waiting for Ronnie to join us, and the rest of the fan club will be here.
Gilson brings up his 50. That is a truly special innings. Semi-finals of the World Championships. Your side 20 for 3.
There we go.
You get 50
As
off 4
usual.
balls.
You'll get his photo from the umpire. That'll all get uploaded to the Facebook page.
So we've got a video of him having a photo taken.
Here we go. Belt and braces, I believe they call that. So
Smile, Bruce.
go
Smile,
on,
Bruce.
Brucey, give
yes,
us a smile.
Brucey.
A little thumbs up from Bruce C. So yeah, fantastic knock and just what his team needed there. Him coming out. They lost 3 wickets around him, but he's just come out and batted really comfortably, really sensibly.
Fantastic knock.
And we've got Joffy coming in.
Jeff Brewer.
Joffy to his
Look,
friends.
Listen to the reception.
There you go.
Is that, do you reckon Joffy, Game of Thrones reference maybe?
I think I think he's a Joffrey type character. Some people don't like Joffrey, but for me he's got his qualities. But yeah, fantastic knock there from Gilson, and he's getting the round of applause he deserves from the fans and his teammates down there. Great knock, and gone a long way to making sure his side get through to the finals today.
Jeff Brewer. Off the mark. 1 off 1. That is, we're looking at Henry's stats. Don't believe it is Henry batting. Is it?
We'll get that confirmed, guys. We're just waiting for him to turn me on and get the number on the back of his shirt. Good shot.
That's 4 more. Craig Marshall, 4 more.
Guys really going about their business nicely now.
Definitely Jeff Brewer batting.
So we'll
Pull his figures
nice to look at Harhoff stats anyway, because they made excellent viewing, but we'll try and get Jeff Brewer's stats up so we can talk about him. Clive Gilson, proud of you, Bruce. Well played. Father, brother, Clive, make sure you let us know relation of Bruce. Apologies as my phone's gone off there, guys. I will put that on silent shortly.
Single, outer, long off. So 85 for 3.
Unfortunately, you've seen another excellent display from the Rebels here. So
big shouts.
Down the legs.
Going down leg. See, Ramakan's now gone to Seymour. Yeah. Did bowl. Started off sprint.
Glenn Marshall just confirming that Clive is his father. So a very proud dad watching his son here.
Definitely going
right
down
to be
leg.
proud. Oh,
Yeah, missing
wouldn't it?
that
Another set. Yeah.
Great shot into the covers from Craig Marshall.
So guys, worth mentioning today, we've got a competition running today. If you can guess the total number of runs scored in the final, make sure you tag a friend, another cricket fan. If you tag a friend and guess the total runs scored in the final, so that's between both innings, and share the stream, you guys are in the running to win a £500 Last Man Stands kit voucher. So fantastic prize on offer there, guys, particularly if you play a lot of LMS. £500 kit voucher, you could put your side in a fantastic kit with all matching pads and gloves, I would imagine.
So so we will be accepting any guesses from now onwards, right up to the lead up to the final. Just remember, you have to share one of the streams today.
So share the stream and comment the runs scored in the final, and you could have a
well
£500
played,
kit voucher. So actually, I've got no idea what relation Clive is of Bruce, because we've currently had every possible relation sent in by 5 or 6 different people. So it could be brother, could be father, could be cousin. We don't know. So
Shot down the ground, Buddy looks for 2.
So Clive, if you
They're going
could
to come back
confirm,
for 2. They're going to come back for 2. He's in.
Brilliant.
He's in.
Peter J. Bowman. Thanks, buddy. Glad you've spent your morning
Case
comparing our
closed.
stats. Always knew that was the case, buddy. Just a bit of gentle joshing between two colleagues. Chris is a fantastic cricketer, whereas I'm not.
And that's the Rebels win. Rebels win.
Well done, guys. Seen it through very comfortably. 5 overs to spare.
22 balls.
Well done, guys. Deserve a big pat on the back there. They've gone about that very calmly. They lost the 3 early wickets, and they've gone into that. You'll see the guys coming out there in their matching red blazers.
Fantastic red blazers.
Looking good.
So the Rebels will qualify for the World Champs final. The next semi-final, Venora, Sri Lanka, Cape Town Warriors, which will start at 10:45. South African side. So
10 minutes, guys. Make sure you stay tuned, guys. Second semi-final, Venora, Sri Lanka, with Mendes coming up versus the Cape Town Warriors. So yeah, I think that's going to be a fantastic semi-final, and then we'll find out who's going to join Rebels in the final. So I think we're going to get the match summaries up here. So there you go, the Rebels scorecard. Bruce Gilson, fantastic knock, 50 off 40, retired, and then Craig Marshall really supported Bruce fantastically at the end there, 26 off 23, and then Jeff Brewer, a nice job of coming in and just knocking off those last runs.
The hero at the end.
I like those. Yeah. I like those ones when you need 4 off 8 overs and you just come in and knock them off. So you can see the Jhoolay bangers over there. Bowling scorecards, they started really strong at the front there. You can see the top 3 bowlers, no one going at over 6.5 and over, and then unfortunately the Rebels guys just got stuck into the bowling at the back end there. Khan going at 9s, or both Khans going at 9s and 10s respectively. So unfortunately 96 was never enough, and the Rebels showing their class there to knock it off with 4.2 overs to spare.
So the match summary: Bangers batting first, 96 for 8. The ball 23 off 17. Daniel Poulton, the pick of the balls, 4 overs, 2 for 12. Shout out to Craig Marshall, ball 4 overs, 0 for 9 at the start there for the Rebels, and then the Rebels chased it down fairly comfortable after a little wobble early doors. Bruce Gilson, the stand-up bat, 50 off 40, with Craig Marshall not out, 26 not out at the end. Mabasha Bhatti, 4 overs, 2 for 14, the star for the Bangers.
A lot of support for the Rebels guys on the Facebook chat.
So again, as we look at the World Champs 2017 top batsman, Ahmad Mella currently top from the LSE Legends, Hikmat Khan second. Unfortunately, he will not be able to improve on that position anymore. Neither will Imran Kadir from the Fahani Taylor Stallions. Hasham Randika fourth for Venora, Sri Lanka, who are up next. Deep. And then we look at the bowlers.
Bowlers there. We've got Rathanankia from Venora, Sri Lanka. So he's 613 points
Quite
already,
far ahead in the
and he's
points.
potentially got 2 games to play today. We've got Bhatti from the Jhoolay Bangers. Unfortunately, that's his tournament over, so he won't be able to improve on that. You've got Craig Marshall from the Rebels, 449, and you've got Janka Samphath, Venora, Sri Lanka. So I think it's going to be between those 3 guys from Venora, Sri Lanka. Wow, all rounders. Khan, Jhoolay Bangers. Big round of applause for him. 879.07. Imzaman or Huck, we commentated on him yesterday. He hit 24.
Yeah,
quite
a
4
character.
balls. Excellent batsman. Venora, Sri Lanka's Nathwana there. And you've got Daniel Poulton of the Rebels, 759. I think he could be storming up that table if he has a good final. So yeah, there we have the dream team as it stands so far. Got some fantastic players in there. Ahmad Mella, LSE Legends, like we've talked about. Imran Kadir, Fahani Taylor Stallions. Imzaman Ul Haq from Tech Republic. Hikmat Khan from Jhoolay Laal Bangers. Nawath from Venora, Sri Lanka. Bhatti from Jhoolay Bangers. Sampath from Venora, Sri Lanka, and Kamar from LSE Legends. So we've got a fantastic dream team there. I don't think there'd be many sides fancy taking on that team. So there we have confirmation. Rebels through to the final. They're going to play Cape Town Warriors or Benora Sri Lanka, who are on next. Toss going on out in the middle as we speak. So we will be back on air in 10 minutes, guys. So make sure you stay tuned for that game. Thanks, guys.